together, but the relationship didn't end at that point. And Jack Stapleton, you are our realtor for your first year. I'm not going to do that. Stand right there. Okay. So, for those of you that know Jack, actually those of you who might not know Jack, Jack is like 80 pounds lighter than he was at the beginning of the year, so God love him. Fantastic. This is half Jack. We're not half Jack. We don't want to go any lower than half Jack. All right, okay, fine. Good, thank you. Great. We'll stop at half Jack. Okay. Jack has been through an amazing year, professionally, incredible productivity, personally, some challenges. And one thing that he did for us, and you all need to understand and owe him an incredible debt of gratitude, his service on that actress committee is unbelievable. What he did not only to advocate for you as a realtor member, but to educate the board about what was going on, to be a positive liaison with the Austin board and the actress committee, to advocate, to actually understand the process, has absolutely been incredible. So I congratulate you. I love you to pieces. I'm not crying. And congratulations. You are very, very deserving of what you do.
Wow, thank you so much. I am definitely among friends tonight, for sure. You know, as I look across the room tonight, I know every single person in this room, and that's very heartfelt. And it wasn't that long ago that I didn't know any of you at all. You know, I was licensed in a prior state, and I took some very high-end real estate courses there that positioned me to be a top producer in that state. And I moved to Texas, and don't beat me up, but I moved to Texas, and I thought that I was going to be a step ahead. And I went to work for Ava Spookash, and I was profoundly humbled by how much I didn't know. You know, I asked Ava some question one afternoon. I walked into her office, and she pulled this book out of her desk, and she was thumbing through it, and I had never seen it before. I had no idea what it was. And she was reading through it, and she was answering my question, and she was reading out of the Texas Real Estate License Act. And she was looking me in the eyes when she was doing it, and she wasn't looking at the book. And I realized at that moment that she had that thing memorized. And I was stunned and floored, and I was just profoundly humbled. And she redefined in my mind what a broker is and what a broker should do. And then I had my first transaction. It's actually my second, because my first was the builder, but the first opposite a realtor with Christy Gessler. And I was prepared. I was prepared for posturing and some grueling negotiations, but I was met with profound professionalism, with cooperation, with respect, and I wasn't expecting that. And Christy redefined in my mind how real estate should be conducted. And we closed that transaction, actually, at North American Title. The first transaction I ever actually had, where the buyer and the seller sat in the same room, and everyone was happy. It was amazing. And North American Title actually invited me to go to installation that year. It was my first time I'd ever been to an installation. And I sat at their table next to Nicole Boynton, who took the award that year for Rookie of the Year. And she invited me to come be on her task force, which she chaired, called Tech Tuna. And she got me involved in the board. And I had never been involved in a board before. I had no idea what was going on at a board level. And I met Marge, and I met Jackie. And again, I was profoundly humbled by how much I didn't know, because there's so much that goes on a board that the average realtor that's not involved has no idea. And I'll tell you, it's ironic that I would be up here accepting this award from my peers, when it's actually you guys who've raised the bar so high, that pushed me so hard in my beginning. You know, I got here and I got my AVR and my GRI and my CRS and my eco-broker, got my broker's license, got on the board of directors and then the executive board of directors, got my broker's license, opened my office, got on the actress board, TAR professional standards, REALTOR professional standards, and closed over 100 transactions. And it's actually because of you that happened. You see, the state I came from, the conversation that they were having there, those classes that I took that were those mogul classes that make me a top producer, those classes were about open houses and scripting and expired listings, and it was about the job, a bigger commission check. But I came to Texas, and the conversation is different here. The conversation in Texas was, how are we going to get the people in Galveston affordable flood insurance? You know, hill visits and candidate interviews and tree pack and things that really shape the landscape of our market. And I realized when I got here that I am not a step ahead. I'm a mile behind you guys. And it took me a while to catch up. And I have you guys to thank for that, because I really believe that the Central Texas Realtors, I think you raised the bar so high for me and for everyone else that, well, it pushed me really hard. It pushed me really, really, really hard. So I have 3 things to thank you for. The first thing, when I moved here to Texas in 2006, I didn't know anyone. My parents hadn't moved here yet. I didn't have any family. And the real estate community tucked me under their wing, took care of me, became my family, my friends. And I wouldn't have survived here if it weren't for you. And I really thank you for that. The second thing I'd like to thank you for is for raising the bar so high, to push me so hard, to make me proud to be a Texas Realtor. You know, in other states, I wasn't really proud of what I did. You know, people say, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I'm a Realtor." But I come to Texas, I'm a Texas Realtor! And then the third thing would be this award, to be recognized in front of my friends, because everyone in here is truly family. So I love you all, and thank you so much.